A lot of people put pressure on themselves to get it right the first time. We don't know what we can offer the world until we start that conversation. What is a dream that you want to achieve? No matter how big or small, I want to hear your goals. I want to cheer you on. I have to start that conversation to see how I can make this idea better, and so can you. Hey there, it's Jacqueline Bear. Since I was a teenager in my early 20s, have always wanted to be published in a magazine, specifically in her studio. So if you haven't guessed already and you haven't seen my social media, I was published in the spring edition of In Her Studio. So I got a couple of spreads in here and you will recognize the studio space. And I'm very excited to share this with you today. So when I was younger, I knew I wanted to be in this magazine. I would go to the bookstore, I would look at it, I would flip through all of it, but then also to the back to see what the submission guidelines are. And I was too nervous to even attempt to submit my art studio into this magazine. And that was when I had a whole studio, I had an easel, a big bookshelf, all my art supplies, big table, all of those things. Yet I was still nervous to do it, and I didn't do it. So the fact that I got accepted with the smallest studio space I've had, as you know, this is my cozy corner. That is also my bedroom. You're over there by the nightstand. And it's just really amazing that you can achieve dreams and goals even if you think you're not fully ready. It's important to show up for yourself as an artist and give yourself a chance to have what you deserve. Also, side note, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. What is a dream that you want to achieve? No matter how big or small, I want to hear your goals. I want to cheer you on. So let me know in the comments. When we take action as creatives, it's like we're putting ourselves out there and having a conversation with the world and seeing what it wants from us. We don't know what we can offer the world until we start that conversation. So we have to take steps, we have to put ourselves out there, and we have to start that conversation. When I submitted for In Her Studio, I also at around the same time submitted to have an art residency in the Grand Teton National Park, and I wasn't even chosen to move on to the finalist stage. Even though I had lived and worked in that park, I've done a YouTube video in there, they wanted somebody who could demonstrate and do like artist talks and everything. So I submitted early, I tried to get it, and I wasn't even chosen to go into the finalists. Therefore, I did not get the art residency. Yet at the same time, when I submitted to this, I heard from the art residency in the morning, and I was like, oh, that stinks. But literally hours later, I got an email saying that I would be featured in Her Studio, which has been a dream of mine for a very long time. And here it is. I'll show some more close-ups of it, but very, very, very excited about this. The world has opportunities for us as artists, and sometimes it just comes down to putting ourselves out there and seeing what fits. This is what I like to call opportunity chaining, which is when we recognize that success isn't about making a single attempt at our goal, but combining multiple attempts or ideas together to learn how to be successful. A lot of people put pressure on themselves to get it right the first time, which is when we sort of freeze up and become afraid to try. Because our mentality and what we tell ourselves is that we only get this one attempt at it, when that is not true. Because so many things in life take multiple attempts, whether it's getting into medical school or climbing a new route when you're rock climbing or getting a book published, because even J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times for Harry Potter. 12 times! Like, you can't just start and then end it. Like, you gotta keep trying. You gotta keep trying. So when I didn't get into the art residency or a painting doesn't sell, I am not as bothered by it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still like, ooh, that stinks, but I'm not really bothered by it because that was just my first attempt. Because I approach creative success with opportunity chaining. I know it's going to take multiple attempts. This first try is kind of like a, rough draft, but I have to try. I have to start that conversation to see how I can make this idea better, and so can you. So if you'd like to pick up your own copy of the spring edition of In Her Studio to see yours truly in it, I will leave a link down below, but I do know here in the States that you can get it at like Barnes & Noble, Michael's, maybe some other local bookshops. And I just wanted to share this celebration with you and give you some courage to put yourself out there and start that conversation and, follow your dreams. So stay creative, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Which is when we recognize that, oh my God, success isn't about making a single attempt, just like my talking. This is why I'm not an actress, because I can't do my lines. Okay. Hey there, I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that I have a new blog post on my website, jacquelinebearart.com, and I talk about artist dates, and it also has a link for my free PDF of artist date ideas and things to help you if you're trying to figure out some solo artist dates. I'm excited to keep adding helpful blog posts, more freebies on my site. I just love sharing these things with you all. There are just so many fun projects I'm working on, so it does take me a little bit longer to get these blog posts on the site. But if you'd like to see the approach I like to take for artist dates, it's a wonderful post. Links to the free PDF, links to Julia Cameron's The Artist Way book, which is where artist dates come from, and I just wanted to share that with you. So if you're looking for it, I'll put the link in the description for you. If you are part of my Beyond the Studio newsletter community, you will always get updates on new blog posts, new YouTube videos, my freebies, just all of that stuff, new products. And if you've been looking to start your own newsletter, I have been loving Flodesk so much. It's beautifully designed, has tons of cute layouts, and it just helps artists have a more professional presence. They are not sponsoring this video, but I am a Flodesk partner, so I will put a link in the description below for a free 14-day trial. And if you're wanting to start that newsletter, this might be really helpful for you. So I will put all that information, blog posts, newsletter stuff, everything in the description below.